All right, shalom, shalom, kol loyim, Yahweh Ba'ashem, Yahushai, Ba'ashem, Rakakadash. The honors to my elders and apostles of great millstone, which are the men that rule well and who taught us his truth. Peace, blessings, and salutations as always to the elect. All right, and just real quick, man, quick exhortation, man. Just wanted to go into Sirach, the 2nd chapter. Some real basic scriptures, some milk. And Lord willing, the title would just be patience, man, because in this truth, we're set up to, not set up in a bad way, but in a way, yeah, set up. The Lord has pretty much, in this truth, set us up to come in this thing to win, man. He set us up to win, and for us to win, we have to suffer. That's what patience means, Patience means to suffer, all right? And we're not suffering in vain. That's why the scriptures talk about us being judged, but not to be condemned with the world. Matter of fact, let me grab that real quick. When we're judged, we're chastened. Let me see. 1 Corinthians 11:32. But when we are judged, we are chastened of the Lord, that we should not be condemned with the world. Right? When we're judged, we're chastened. We're being punished so that we're not condemned with the world. You see, what does that mean? That means that the world is still going to receive, meaning talking about what probably the word cosmos is there for world. I'm not sure, but I'll check later. But Lord willing, man, Lord willing, I'll check later. But the world, the rest of the Israelites, more specifically, man, because we already know the heathen are going to get punishment, but the rest of Israel is going to be condemned, meaning doomed. They're not going to have a hope. Their hope is knowing righteousness after death by pain. Our hope is we go through the pain now to receive that kingdom of Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahushai, man, to receive salvation from our flesh and physical salvation from this area, man, from America, from wherever we are in slavery. That's why we're chastened, so we're not condemned, because the condemnation that the rest of the Israelites are going to receive is going to be terrible. Okay? Romans 15:4, for whatsoever things were written aforetime were written for our learning, that we through patience and comfort of the scriptures might have hope. Right? Everything that was written aforetime was for us, man, to take it and learn from it, and to become a better Israelite man. It's for us to be thoroughly furnished unto all good works. Let me read that again in that GNT. The reason I want to go over this is because it really hits hard when you read it in the Good News Translation. I'm talking about Sirach 2. Romans 15:4 in the Good News Translation. Everything written in the scriptures was written to teach us, in order that we might have hope through the patience and encouragement which the scriptures gives us, right? The scriptures gives us hope, which means confidence in the future. It gives us patience. It gives us the ability to be able to suffer through whatever we're going through. And encouragement, which is exhortation, which is why I'm making this video, to encourage you to continue to push in whatever you're going through. All right? It's funny, the reason I wanted to make this lesson really is because I remember Sirach 2. I was just, going through my daily struggles, and I'm sitting there, I catch myself complaining too much, and I realized, I was appointed to this suffering, right? And I remembered a song, I forgot the whole song except for the part where the singer goes, how I feel doesn't matter. And it's true, man. How we feel really doesn't matter. Not in an unrighteous sense, but in the sense that, hey, man, what we're going through, we're appointed to this. We're appointed to go through whatever trial we're going through right now. All right, whatever it is, man. Whatever, you can name anything, man. Literally anything. Whatever it is that you're going through right now, that's a hardship. You were meant to go through it. It was written, so to speak. Okay? So, Sirach 2, GNT. The title is Faithfulness to the Most High, or Faithfulness to God, which is pretty much what the scriptures is talking about in Sirach 2. You want to maintain your belief in Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahushai no matter what. Okay? That's what's pretty much being mentioned. So, I'm going to just read through it. I'm going to read down to verse 10. But, faithfulness to Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahushai. Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahushai. I think I skipped verse 1. Damn. Think I did, man. Salakia. Maybe I did. Nope, I did not. Salakia. So this is chapter 2. Sirach 2:1. My child, if you are going to serve the Lord, be prepared for times when you will be put to the test. Right? So be prepared for tests. Test, man, meaning trials. The Lord is going to test you. He's going to test your integrity. The same way how he did Job. All right? Now, some brothers' trials are more intense than others. But nonetheless, you will be tested. It says, be sincere and determined. Yeah, always be sincere, man. That's the number one thing. That's why it's the spirit. I was reading Psalms, the Psalm 32, I believe, and it said, blessed is he whose transgression is forgiven. And I'm not quoting it verbatim, but it said also, in whose spirit is no guile. Guile is deceit, right? And we're the opposite of that. We're opposite of treachery. We're sincere within what we do. Within our spirit is no guile, and we believe that because we're sincere, okay? It says, be sincere and determined. Keep calm when trouble comes, right? That's number one, man. Whenever, like in a fight, for brothers that know about fighting, the number one thing you're told when you're fighting is to remain calm. Even when you're hit hard, remain calm and stick to what you know. Stick to your skills, the things that you practiced over and over again. That's what we ought to be doing. We got to get these reps in, right? With the scriptures, so to speak. Keep calm when trouble comes. Be sincere and determined. Keep calm when trouble comes. Stay with the Lord. Never abandon him, and you will be prosperous at the end of your days. Right? If you stick it out with the Lord, no matter what trial, because when you look at the people that aren't here anymore, it was meant to be in the first place, but also a lot of times, man, they gave up the fight. Instead of continuing to fight, they wanted to take the easy way out. They're not going to prosper at the end of their days. They're going to reap destruction. We don't want to reap that. We already done cried enough, man. So to speak, man. We already done went through enough hardship. Might as well keep going to the end so you can receive that crown of immortality. Because that's what we really want at the end of the day, right? It says, accept whatever happens to you, even if you suffer humiliation, which means, where it says humiliation, be patient, right? Because it said, be patient when thou art changed to a low estate. That's very important. That's what it says in the King James Version. So whatever happens to you, just be accept